And then I've got a new, it's not new, a new to be worked on raspberry bed over here. Now, let's get, this guy has not been cut back at all. He has not been trimmed. Let me see if I can see. This is the hard part. The screen hates how bright it is out here. So it doesn't want to let you see it. Put my clipper down. Oh, almost stuck my clipper on a ladybug. Okay. That's the second ladybug I've seen so far this spring. I saw my first butterfly yesterday. Just a little one, what we call a skipper. But if I could get the camera to be a little bit more level. And that appears to actually be showing the bed, which is a good thing. Yep, it is. So as you can see, this is kind of a jungle. It has old canes from last year. It has new canes from last year. It has, you know, the whole thing. So some of these have started. There's a couple here I noticed this morning that have leaves on them. What I did with the other beds first, the blackberries and the raspberry, was first I went in and I looked for obvious things like this. This is the oldest cane in here. It's all crunchy looking. The skin on it, the bark on it is peeling off. It's dead. So if I take this guy out first, then I can start to see what I've got. I'm taking him out in chunks. And like I say, I will be cleaning up everything that I'm throwing on the floor here. So you don't have to worry about me leaving garbage around. That was just a dead piece. Still going to disinfect a little, because might as well be paranoid. It's a good thing. The ends of these are dead. The very ends of the canes are dead. It's just like that little teeny bit where the fruit is. And that's gone. That's all toasty and crunchy. You can hear it when I just break it off with my hand. And that will all come out of here. And I will just keep this process up until I've got it. They want you to thin it out. They want you to take off junk like this. Henry remembers as a kid, they just used to run a lawnmower over their stuff. Obviously, this is a raised bed, so you're not going to do that. That was also a climate in which there was regular rain and stuff like that. Now, right here, I have one of those little details that you have to deal with sometimes when you're doing pruning. There is a praying mantis egg case on this cane. And I don't think it's a new one. I think it's a little older. Because I could see, yep, I could see where the praying mantises came out. So, that solves that problem. Right there. It's got holes in it, which means the praying mantises came out of it last year. And so I'll be getting rid of that. But I always watch for things like that, because sometimes you'll find something like that and you're like, oh, I have to keep it. And sometimes it's in a really bad spot, so you'll wind up cutting it off and strapping it to something else. And other times I'll actually leave an older branch or something just so that it can, you know, do its job, providing me with praying mantises, because they do a lot of hard work around here. They they eat a lot of bugs. So the more bugs I can have them eat instead of me having to deal with, the happier I am. So I'm just going through here right now, lightly brushing off the little branches on these plants. And when I'm doing that, I'm not grabbing it at all, because it would shred my hand. These are very prickly, but I'm just brushing off the stuff because it lets me look like this is still kind of crunchy. So I'm thinking that some of this is actually old enough to be gone. So that guy's going to go away. But this is brand new and looks great. This is still flexible. So I'm just going to go through like that. I'm going to brush everything off. When I get done with trimming out everything that I feel should be trimmed out, and I'm not exactly like the other raspberry bed I did had a lot fewer canes in it. So I didn't feel it was a challenge at all, because it was just like I cut out the dead ones. Once the dead ones were done, I went through and took out anything that didn't look healthy. If something was rubbing badly on another cane, I would take that out, because I didn't want the cane to have any open wounds that could easily get anything into. This one is a bit of a mishmash though, so what I'll do first is I'm going to go through and I'm going to do what I did there, which is just cut out an old dead cane. And then I'll have to make some decisions, and I'll probably wind up making decisions throughout the summer for exactly the same reason. It's like I'm not really that confident. I don't want to cut back so much that I damage my harvest, but I also don't want to leave unhealthy things. So I'm going to definitely take off all these ends that are dead. But more important, I'm going to take out dead canes like this. That's from that's either the original year or the year after or something like that. So it'll open it up in here. The other day I wore a long sleeve shirt. That would have probably been a good idea today too, because these are prickly. Ouch. Stabbed me to death. And then when I get done with this, I will actually use a leaf blower to blow these leaves out of here and just plain get them out. And then I'll mulch everything. I know a lot of people don't bother with that sort of stuff because we're less experienced with raspberries than we are with some of our other plants. We're going to be more conservative. That's just the way it is. In that case, what I was cutting out there was something that had crossed branches that was going to rub really badly. We live in a very high wind area, so branches that rub on one another will do a lot of damage rather quickly. I'm just stripping off that last little bit of dead spot where the fruit head was produced at the very end of these canes. Okay, well, back to it. Some of these look really great. This one, for instance, is really putting out nice leaves and stuff. The end of this isn't, but the bottom of this is. So I think I'm going to take the part off that looks kind of cruncho. That's a very scientific name for it, cruncho. Oh, I don't even know what this is, but it's going to go away. And this, she said, is why you go over your plants. I know they're bug eggs. Or bugs, one of the two. And hopefully this will decide it's going to focus. Do you see that? I don't know what those are, but theirs are going away. And I'm going to put them right into the burn barrel. I'm not going to dump them on the ground on the odd chance that they'll fall off. So I'll be right back. Well, that was something new for me. I've never seen that here before. I have seen pictures of it, though, before. So I knew it's not something I wanted to keep. That was not hard. Okay. But that, to me, is why you go over everything really carefully. If you're paying attention, you'll see things like that. And you'll be able to say, oh, that's just not a good thing. I may not even know what it is, but it's not a good thing. These are all smaller stems, so it's really easy if I decide something doesn't look good or is dead or crunchy or whatever, that I can cut those out. These a lot of the small stuff came out right at the end of the season last year and quickly produced a few fruit. I'm like, okay. I didn't expect them to produce anything because that's not what my description said it was going to do, but it did. So fruit. Fruit's a good thing. I'll be rotating around this thing sort of and checking it out as I go. Some of this does not look happy. Oh, that's all dead. I'm looking for where I see leaves and healthy plant stuff going and where I don't, and that's where I'm cutting. And you know, like I say, I'll be back in here daily as I water and things like that, watching for bug eggs, watching for branches that are not growing, and if they don't grow, I'm going to cut them out. I'm not going to leave them. So, but I did get my peanut butter jar full of alcohol set up so that I can easily crank away on this and get things done quickly. This is just one of many projects that I have to get done today. There we go. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is not an artwork. It is a work in progress. And usually what happens is I will think I've got it. Like the other day, I thought I had everything all completely worked out. And then I went back like 2 days later, and because we had bad weather, and I looked at it again and I was like, oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. But that's okay. I fixed it. This is the dead one. That's an old, oops, I dropped that in there. This is an old cane. It's all crunchy. Some of these canes last year were just so amazing. They produced these huge clusters of fruit. They were not really big fruits, but boy, they were tasty. It's kind of like when you're looking at tomatoes and you sit there and you say, well, the fruits are not really big, but they've got big tomato taste. That's the way these guys were. They tasted like they were huge, even though they weren't. That looks good right there. Yeah, sometimes it's very obvious that a plant is starting to sprout down low, and you can take off all the other stuff above it, and that's fine. This is all wrapped in one another. And cut that down low. Yeah, so we'll see. We're hoping. We've really been able to get very specific information from several different growers on how they are personally managing the blackberries. And because the blackberries produce on the canes that are produced that very year, it's just very intuitive to me to know how it should be trimmed. You know, you're trying to maximize the amount of branching and things like that that you get. I didn't even have to cut that one, it broke off. I thought it was dead, but See, now this looks bad up there, but down here it looks great. When I say bad, I mean dried up and kind of crunchy. But this has got some nice leaves coming out down there. So I'll just take off the crummy parts that are... Yeah. So I will bring you back when I am done with this project, because watching me sit here and prune the entire bed is going to be really boring. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, there we are. Now, it's not the most gorgeous thing I've ever done, but the vast majority of the dead stuff is out of there. And I also used my leaf blower to get out most of the leaves. I've also been through it, and I have picked the weeds that I could see. So I'll be watching closely in the next couple of days, because I know as soon as I stirred things up last time, I wound up with a bunch of little weeds that popped up. That's fine. Next thing that happens is the mulch. So what we have down here is 3 bags of mulch, and I'll be putting those on there, and then I'll be watering. I'm also going to be, before I put the mulch down, I'll also put on some fertilizer. So that is it for now. I'm going to take a break, a water break, and get some lunch. And then maybe I'll get back to it this afternoon, maybe I won't, but yeah, it's gonna be nice looking. It's gonna be just like these guys over here, where they have their tidiness. It won't be quite as pretty because it has all these crazy canes all over the place, but it'll look good, and it'll make it easy to spot new weeds coming up and things like that. So until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because obviously I got lots more to do. Bye.